Hello and welcome back to TechNuovo. My name's Steph and today we are taking a look at Cronos The New Dawn and seeing whether it's playable on the Steam Deck OLED. So let's dive in. So welcome to Cronos The New Dawn. I've been playing for a couple of hours now, maybe 3 hours, just to get through the intro of the game to see what it's all about. And first we're going to be diving into the display settings. So right now I'm at full screen. 1280 by 720, though that would be 1280 by 800 if you're playing natively on your Steam Deck. It's because I've got it plugged into a monitor here. HDR is off, but yeah, that could be turned on if you wanted to turn that on the in handheld mode. Gamma calibration, I will say I have upped it slightly to 2.75 just because this game is so dark that I have had to up that. FPS limit I have turned off, VSync is off, dynamic resolution is off, and super sampling off. Quality preset I have got set to very low. If that does go up to low, then the FPS really does suffer and you can't get out of the sort of mid-20s FPS, which is a shame. Motion blur I've got switched off altogether and chromatic aberration off. If you dive into custom quality presets, then you have got access to the advanced settings where you've got the anti-aliasing, shadow quality, texture, shaders, effects, lens, flare. Everything really should be on low. But I have had a mess around with these settings trying to get the best possible quality and nothing has worked. So I've just set everything to very low and really just stuck with that. So let's click accept on there and jump into the game. Okay, so running around the game, you can see, as mentioned, it is super, super dark. I mean, I should have worn a lighter t-shirt so the separation from the background is a little bit more, but we move. Anyway, this is the game itself. Running around this map is absolutely crazy in terms of how dark this game can get. I have just hit a checkpoint, although I'm not sure if I need to go back out into the world or stay around here and move on somewhere else. I don't think I need to move on somewhere else. I've just picked up a shotgun, as you can see. And now I'm assuming I've got to make my way back through the game. Moving over to the right-hand side, I've got access to that there, but that's not doing much in terms of being able to build a bridge to then act as a lift for me to go down. Yeah. So go down into this pit again, where I assume I'm going to be attacked from somewhere because I have just picked up a shotgun, so it does make perfect sense. I have come through this way before. I could, in fact, I wonder if I've got the range to burn both of those and that one. I don't know, but we will give it a try. That one's burned, and those two are burned as well. So if any monsters do come around, they can't morph with those, and I should be safe. Monsters are pretty scarce in this game, so is ammo, which is a bit of a shame. It's not so much like a shooting game. It's more like a horror game that falls akin to something like Resident Evil. It's very Dead Spacey. And what was the last Dead Space style game? Callisto Protocol. Very similar to that, which is good. But then it also does give me a bit of a Remnant vibe as well. Remnant from the Ashes. Reminds me of that somewhat as well. Don't know if that's just background noise or that's going to be some kind of enemy wanting to eat me. As you can see, we haven't actually spoke about FPS yet. As you can see, running around this area, I am getting really a mixture of around the 70s all the way down to the 40s. So it is bouncing around, which is fine. Not too bad. It is very much a smooth experience running around this map at the moment, which is rather nice. If I did want to, I could jump into the performance menu on the Steam Deck and lock that down to 40, which makes it a little bit more, I suppose, jagged when out in the world, but it does keep being inside under a bit of control. There is another torch. And unfortunately, I just don't know if there is any way... Aha! No, that's just to the other side. Oh, ladder. There you go. Missed that the first time coming round. So yeah, you could lock the frame rate to 40. That will stop, maybe, some of the stutters, because if you do go from outside back to inside, or like that, where it went down to the 20s as you've just witnessed, they happen from time to time. Not an overly massive deal, because the quality does then go back up to your frame rate, and at, or in this case, 40 FPS. Combat in this game's not too bad. It is again very reminiscent of the Dead Space series, where if you shoot enemies in the leg, then you do some damage. If you shoot them in the head, it makes them stagger. I don't know. I haven't seen if you can actually dismember enemies to slow them down yet. Maybe I couldn't with my pistol, but now I've got a shotgun, I could. I'm assuming it's going to be it's not going to allow me to do that just because of the challenge. So in the cutscenes again, we are locked to 40 FPS because we are locked within the Steam Deck menu. Let's go back into the Steam Deck menu, turn off game profile, and then disable frame rate limit. Yeah, disable frame rate limit. That will then, well, at the moment you can see we have dropped all the way down to the low 30s, but it's got a lot to render on screen in the distance over there. Fairly straightforward. So let's dive into this next room. Here's some enemies. That'll be good so we can get some action. As you can also see, now we've unlocked the frame rate. It's bouncing again all over the place. Down to the 30s. Up to the 50s, depending on what we're looking at and what's being rendered on screen, etc. We're back up to the 50s now we're inside. And we hopefully should push past though that 50. There you go, at 55. Ooh. Fell through the floor. Here we go, bit of combat. Now, combat on this game is pretty hard, I think. It's not very forgiving. Enemies do take a bit of a beating. This shotgun only takes 2 bullets at a time, which is a shame. And, unfortunately, this game does come with a stomp. However, the annoying thing about this game... Apologies. I was going to suggest the frustrating thing about this game is that you can't stomp on the enemies, even though it does come with a stomp. Oh my god, how did I miss that? You can't stomp on the enemies, but you've only got the ability to burn them, which is frustrating. I feel I'm going to get sandwiched in here. Oh my goodness. I don't think I'm going to survive this. I'm stuck in the corner. Oh no, more enemies are coming out the walls. Oh, there's one in front of me as well. I couldn't see him because the game is so dark. Oh, I'm going to get mullered here. I'm so dead. Yeah. I am, apologies that I wasn't paying any attention to the FPS during playing that section of the game. It, yeah, it just got very hairy, but I will say the game did feel smooth enough to play on very low settings. Now, the game, I believe, is a Steam Deck verified game, or a Great on Deck game, which is good. It's not been out a huge amount of time, but it's been out long enough, I think, to be able to give it that title, which is nice. Oh my god. Why are you taking so long to bloody die? There you go, got a bit of a achievement for killing that guy with my bare hands. In terms of fluidity, this game is not too bad at all. It's no. It's definitely a game that takes a bit of getting used to. I think because of the style. Very tank control-y as well. Oh, very similar to, yeah, something like Dead Space. There are some canisters down here, but I know again if I blow them up, is that... No, that doesn't hit me at all. Almost perfect. I should, I think, as I'm going, you know, be stomping on the ground to stop these guys from coming anywhere near me and burning them. Or, as it mentioned in the tutorial, he's just way too hard. As it mentioned in the tutorial, not to allow the monsters to be able to go near the dead ones because it makes them stronger, essentially. Okay, so let's have one more attempt of doing this, and then you've probably seen most of the game that you need to see before making a judgment on whether you want to start playing this game or not. Okay, come this way. Let's get you blown up. Oh, yikes. 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 Why have so many of them spawned? Damn. See, that's funny. I didn't die that time. And the last time I hit that section, I blew myself up. Right, let's get him weakened. Let's get him blown up. Oh, there we go. That was lucky. Let's get out of this room before any more come along. So again, the transition back to the outside world. It does dip in FPS, but again, it has now gone back up to the 40s, which is fairly decent. Just to go into my graphics settings one last time to showcase what I have set. As you can see, everything is pretty much either switched off or, yeah. It's not an or about it, actually. It's just everything is switched off and, yeah. Stutter again there, which, oh. which again, loading into a new area. Sorry, I got a bit distracted fighting that guy. Yeah, when loading into a new area is a little bit jarring, but yeah, a little bit frustrating. You can't use anything to open up these chains. Not sure what you need to open up these chains because I've tried shooting them, but ammo's so scarce in this game. I don't particularly want to waste any ammo shooting the chains open because I need all the ammo I can get to fight the bad guys. So that has been Cronos The New Dawn. So there we go, that was Cronos The New Dawn. Let us know what you thought about that in the comments. Is it something that you're going to pick up for yourself for the Steam Deck or Steam Deck OLED? And what did you think of the graphic settings as well? Because on very low, yes, it's a bit rough around the edges, but at least it's pretty playable at a decent frame rate. And as proven, it produces quite a nice smooth gameplay as well, which is pretty good. I think I'm going to continue playing this in my own time. I've enjoyed at the moment what I've played of this game, so yeah, bring on more. Anyway, let us know in the comments what you thought about it, if you're going to be picking it up for your Steam Deck, and also if there are any other games that you want to see us play and put to the test on the Steam Deck OLED here. But as I said, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.